Welcome to Salon Rising, the podcast mini moments brought to you by Timely. I'm here with my gorgeous, incredible client that I love so dearly who owns Smooth Hair Salon. Brodie, welcome.
Hi.
And we wanted to talk on what did you do to set your salon up? You were away originally for 5 weeks, ended up being away for 10 months.
Yep.
And your salon ran beautifully, your team ran beautifully. The business is run financially fine. So I would love to know for anyone that's like, I want to walk away from my business. Can it run without me? Or I want to go on extended holiday, or I need to go on mat leave, which you are also about to do. What were the things that you did to set up the business to allow you to step away so that you were comfortable?
Yeah, okay. So I think the first one was talking to you about it and what I need to, can it be possible, do you think? Because I was just second guessing myself a little bit in that area. And I think getting a manager that you can full-heartedly trust, and I guess you're leaving your baby with them.
Yes.
As well. So, my salon was my first ever baby.
Yes.
And I think running through everything you need to run through them.
Yes.
And making sure that they're confident in all areas that you need them to be confident in.
I think we have so much that lives in our head that you forget that needs to be shared on. So even starting to make a list of all of those things that are in your head that you do for the business as you're doing them, because someone else is going to have to take that responsibility.
Yeah, and to us I think it's second nature because it's ours.
Yes.
So we do whatever we need it to do to run.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess sitting down with Alex, who is my salon manager, and going through, I guess, number one, targets, because we need them to be reached for the salon to be open, number one.
Yes.
And I think even before I did that, I actually sat him down and not to the full extent of what the salon made or what was going out, but the extent of, you make this, but this is what comes out.
Yes.
So he understood that. And then when we went on to the targets, he knew if we only reach that, then it's not running.
Yes.
Well, it's breaking even, which is fine, but we need more than that to keep the doors open.
Yes.
So I think running through, everything in between your electricity to your supers, to your GSTs, to your water bills, to your Spotify accounts coming out, to everything. I think it's really important to, set that boundaries of saying, yes, this is what the salon's bringing in, but this is a whole lot that's getting taken out on that weekly basis.
And I think it's important because people look at figures and they're terrified of sharing figures with their team because they think that the team's going to think that's what they make.
Yeah.
It's really important not to ever scare your team with numbers, because I think that's also a negative. To not scare them and think, oh, there's no money there, we're on death's door. You don't want to make them feel like what they're doing is not enough. And we've had those conversations not because you did it, but because you were like, I don't want them to feel like this either.
Yeah.
But I think it's important because they need to know that if there's $10,000 coming into the business, there's a good chance $10,000 is going straight out, with wages and
some
tax
months that
and
is the case, especially when, you got a $4,000 order.
Yes.
That you need to pay for.
Yes.
So that's gone.
Yes. Yep.
That
little bit you have extra.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important on, sharing those numbers with the team. They don't need to know everything.
Yes.
But they need to know.
And then they also need to know who makes up that 10,000. What are the targets, how they make it up?
Yeah.
And is it possible? Because I think if they look at that number and think that's not possible, and then you show them based on targets how it's everybody just doing their role, they're like, oh, that's actually quite easy.
And then I think the next step is obviously what I've come to know from you as well is breaking it down as well. So if we are having a bit of a quiet week or our predictions for the week isn't reaching the target, and I'm like, you sit down with them and all you literally need to do is divide what clients we have into what you told me to do with the amount. And then sometimes it's without any other new clients, no retail, or sometimes added on treatments or whatever. Sometimes it's $15 per client of what we have already coming into the salon.
Yes.
And then I think even just showing that number helped Alex understand that, okay, it is doable with the gaps that we do have, that you always get those last minutes, retail and K18 treatments or your Olaplexes or anything that comes on top of that that's normally sometimes not booked in with your foils or whatever. So it was just, helping them break it down to a smaller
number.
Instead of saying we're going to be $2,000 out this week, we need to make up for it like this, then let's break it up for what we've already got, and whatever we have is a bonus, extra kind of thing.
Yep.
So, I guess getting him especially to understand, where the salon needed to be at.
Yep.
Most weeks, like we all have
up weeks, down weeks.
And they all make up, they all even out eventually. But if we can just keep that basic, just say $10,000 bracket would be perfect.
Yeah.
So I think understanding that, and I guess another thing that we had to go through is the ordering, not to over order. We do an order monthly, so we don't need 10 007s or in a nutshell kind of thing, because we don't need them on the shelf. 3 of our main conditioners and 1 of the ones that we might sell once every 3 months is plenty.
Yeah.
Like we don't, that's just money sitting there.
Yes. And I think a lot of people forget that. There's so much money sitting in stock in your salons.
Yeah.
It was a huge thing for me. I reduced my ordering substantially by like $40,000 when I took my ordering back over. And I actually don't order, my reps do it for me, but they know the system that we work off.
Yeah.
Because
same with
otherwise
us now
it's
too.
all just sitting on a shelf.
Yeah. Looking good.
Dusty. You're dusty as shit. And I think also the team don't learn how to step out of their boundaries and use different products because they're like, oh, there's no 7. You're like, cool, make it with a 5 or a 6 and an 8. Like you can do this.
Yeah.
Mate, we've all had stages of making a 6 with like a 9 and a 2. Like, come on.
I know. So, I think just, going back to those kind of basics and making it pretty simple.
Yeah.
To be honest, don't overload them with this information. Like our brains are ticking over 24/7 like when you're in the salon, but to them they just need to know that basics and what we need to reach and how to help get there.
Yep.
And help the staff stay motivated.
Yep.
I guess it's their job, but it's hard for them to do that as well, I reckon, if it's made pretty hard for them.
Yep.
And while I was away, he had, instead of me doing the one-on-ones because I was out of the salon, you had your one-on-ones with Alex as well, which I think just helps even out hearing it from someone different other than me. And, talking to you with problems that he needed to talk to, which really helped him as well. Yeah. So, that was like my main base.
I think, and if anyone is, thinking on that, it's financials because financially, if your business doesn't run, it doesn't run. So financially, making sure the culture, they know how to run the culture, but they already were really good at that because you've got a great team.
Yeah.
But then adding the financials into it of this is what we need to achieve, this is why, this is how we do it, and this is simple. I think we know how to run a business with its 50 billion steps.
Yeah.
When you're doing it with a team member, with a manager, it's what's most important, and it's things like that. And then you can add the other little tweaks that you need to make every now and then, or they can actually put that onto another staff member so that it's not all on their shoulders either.
Like spreading it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I also just think it's the most important thing is that, number one, your manager's comfortable.
Yes.
And it has to be something in there for them.
Yes.
So if things are running smoothly and it is all going smoothly, then have the bonus.
Yes.
Have that out there for them as well. I think it's really important. They are helping you run your business.
Yes.
At the end of the day. So you need to look after them the way that you would kind of want to be looked after.
Yes. Treat your manager how you would want to be treated financially. Yeah. There's no point of you having all of this money in the bank and then having your manager walk out.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
No. So treat them as well and show them that you appreciate what they do too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Mini Moments.